I'm all in when it comes to make my things more unique. So I love customizing. If you see on my channel, I have videos about customizing my radio, customizing my drones, and so on. I recently built this printer, the Voron 2.4, and I changed or I mod the screen to get this one that I have here, which is a touch screen where you can run Klipper or Klipperscreen to control everything that is happening on the printer. Then I discovered a way to turn off all this text that comes up when you are booting the system and replace that with a nice video. And today I want to show you how I did that in case that you want to do it yourself and put there something that makes your printer more unique. In order to show you this, I'm going to assume that you have your printer built, you have your touch screen connected, and you have configured Klipperscreen already. Then I'm going to show this or to divide this work in two different tasks. One is to remove all the text that normally comes up when you are booting the Raspberry Pi with a screen in general. And the second one is to actually add the video or videos that you want to have for your booting sequence. Let's start with number one. In order to get a quiet boot up, you need to edit 3 files. And the first file that we're going to modify, it's called bootconfig.txt. In here, you're gonna see at the end of the file, you're going to add this line that I have already here because I've been playing already with all this, but I wanted to show you. It's this one that says disable_/=1. It's the only thing that you have to do at the end of the file. You save and you quit. You make sure that you have to have execution permission. You can do that by saying the command chmod +X to that same file, and that's it. Then we're going to edit the second file, which is also in the boot directory, but this one is called cmdline.txt. This one is a little bit important because this is a particular file where everything has to be in one line, which means that whatever we're going to add here has to be spaced and added without any break line or any other weird character. So I'm going to add at the end, I'm going to copy paste, and as I said, you can find this information on the description of the video, so you can also copy paste. And I'm going to be adding all this line. In this case, you have to be careful to leave the space between the last word that you had and the first one that you are pasting. You can do the same thing about the execution permission of this file, just to make sure that everything is fine. And now we're going to the third file. The third file is actually on etc and it's called rc.local. So we edit that file and we're going to add here first one line to remove more of this text that comes up all the time. That one is this one that I have here, which is dmesg console off. This is the one that is important right now to remove that, make it very quiet. And you have to have this line before this last one, which is exit 0. For now, we save and we exit. And now, if you boot at this point, if you reboot your system at this point, you're gonna see everything black. You're not gonna see anything until you come up with Klipperscreen. And now, we're going to add the video files, so you have something nice while you're booting up your Raspberry Pi. It's beyond the task of this video to show you how to create the video, but I'm gonna give you a couple of tips. Number one is that even though we have a 16:9 resolution on the screen, I don't know why, but the video should be stored in 4:3 aspect ratio. That's going to actually stretch correctly when you're going to show it your final results on the screen. The second thing is that today I'm using 720p as resolution for the video files. It doesn't really matter what extension you have or what codec are you using for the video, but the resolution is important because I saw that if you go much higher than 1080p, the video is just not going to show. Also, it's not part of this video how you're going to upload these files to your Raspberry Pi, but the idea is that you copy those files, you have them in a folder where you can reference the video files in the other commands that I'm going to be showing. Before you actually add the videos, you need to have a video player that can display the videos. We are going to use one that is very lightweight and can display from the command line, which is called OMX Player. So you want to install that app with this command that I'm putting here on the screen, OMX Player. Again, I have it already installed because I've been playing with this, so you're not going to see anything here, but you shouldn't have it installed, and this command is going to install the player, the app in the Raspberry Pi. I mentioned that you can start a video as soon as possible before even checking network and getting all the services up, and the way to do that is by creating a new system service which we're going to call during the boot up. To do that, we go to the directory called etc systemmd/system, and in there we're going to create a file called splash.service. This file can be called whatever you want as long as then you refer to it correctly. The file's going to look like this. You're going to have to copy paste this from the description of the video, and then the important line here that you have to modify for your specific setup is this one, which is the one that is going to start the media player with here, all this area from this slash. It's your path to your video. You have uploaded a video, you have it on a specific folder, you change this address to the video and put it here, and this is the first video that is going to be showing up in the boot sequence. You save, you quit. You can also make sure that you have the execute flag on this file, and now you have to tell the system to actually start this service while booting up. You do that by writing the following command. And here is where, if you name that file something else, it's where you have to do the change. Whatever you call that file is whatever you have to write in here after enable. Up until here, if you reboot your system, you're gonna see your first file playing very early on the booting process, but you're still gonna have a black screen afterward, depending on the length of the video. I'm going to play a second video with the Raspberry Pi kind of booting up line, and this one I'm going to add it to the file etc rc.local. If you see here, I have already 3 lines with different files that I've been testing, different videos that I've been testing, and I can just go and choose, for example, this one here after the dmesg command and before the exit 0. This address that I have here is again wherever you have uploaded. This path that I have here is whatever you have uploaded your video, and you have to make sure that all here it's correct, the name, the path, and the ampersand at the end of this command. You save, you quit, and now if you reboot, you're gonna see your work complete. Now after saving and rebooting, you're gonna get a nice boot up sequence with, in my case, 2 different videos, which I think looks pretty cool. Nothing super essential, nothing that is gonna change the way that you print on your 3D printer, but it's just a cool project to have and play around with it. If you have any comment, let me know here on the video, and hope that you find this tutorial useful, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.